We're gonna make these chocolate chip banana oatmeal muffins. They're hearty, super soft, and super delicious. Hi, I'm Laura Fuentes, and on my channel I share all the kitchen skills that moms just know, real life recipes, and the best pancakes. Subscribe for more. The first thing you wanna do is mash your bananas. You're starting out with really ripe bananas because the riper, the sweeter. You can mash your bananas in a bowl or in a zip bag. What I like about the zip bag is that you can squeeze them really well. So when you squeeze them out, there's no chunks. I've also melted some butter in the microwave and I'm gonna let it sit and cool on my counter. To make the batter, I'm going to first mix the dry ingredients in this large bowl by measuring out my flour. I like to use a 2-scoop method. Use one to lift the flour, the other one to fill it, and then I give it a tap and scrape off any excess from the top. To the flour, I'm gonna add old-fashioned oats. These are the ones with the larger flakes. This recipe has both baking powder and baking soda. I'm first adding the baking powder, then the baking soda. Cinnamon makes these super delicious, and of course, a little bit of salt. To sweeten the batter, we're also adding some granulated sugar. It's really important to mix these dry ingredients well, so let's do that first. I'm gonna add these 2 eggs in my bowl and then whisk them really well. The mashed banana gets added to my eggs, and as you can see, it's nice and smooth. That's what you want. Let's mix them up. If you find any big lumps, just use your fork to squish them. Then we're gonna add our milk, melted and cooled butter, some vanilla, and we're gonna mix. Now we just pour this liquid mixture into our dry ingredients bowl, and we're gonna mix to combine. I'm using a spatula so I can scrape all the dry ingredients from the sides, and when there's no visible flour left, you just stop mixing. Our last step is to add the chocolate chips on top and give them a good fold over to mix. Now the batter is ready, I'm going to line my muffin pan with liners. You could also grease it really well, but liners make it easy. Friends, now is the time to use the scooper you've been dying to use. It makes filling your muffin cups super easy. 1 scoop is 1/4 of a cup, and it fills each muffin tin. I like to fill all my muffin cups, and then if there's any extra batter, I come back and divide it evenly. At the very end, you can sprinkle the tops with a few oats. Now they're off to bake in our preheated oven for 22 to 25 minutes until the tops are nice and golden and the centers are set. They're gonna feel firm to the touch and kind of bounce back. Then we take the muffin pan out of the oven and we're gonna let them cool in place for 10 minutes before taking them out onto a cooling rack. These look so good. Let's open one up and show you what they look like inside. Everything that you need to make these banana oatmeal muffins with chocolate chips are gonna be in the description box below this video. And if you love these type of easy recipes, watch this one next. See you next time.